has forearm inflammation. Gonsolin even told reporters before the game he's been feeling it in his elbow for quite some time now, Jerry. It looks like his season is likely over. So another tough break for Gonsolin coming off a tough night last night.
It is tough for Tony Gonsolin. We knew something was up. Something was up. Something was with his pitches. They weren't biting like they had been when he was an all-star last season. He got it
actually
down.
on?
He tried his best to stay in the rotation, but hopefully he finds
I think we're already on.
in that elbow, in that
Uh-oh.
and moving forward.
Man, it went live on me. Okay. Here we go. Oh, boy. I'm just checking right now. Hey, if you're calling in or what, not dialing in, whatever. Hey, let me know where you are in the chat. I'm just checking what the heck happened there. I guess I am live. Here we go. Let's talk. Big one today. Big one. As we know, Tony Gonsolin, he's toast. We saw it. We saw what he was going through. We saw that he wasn't the same guy that he was basically before his injury last year. He did have some moments, but let's be straight up. By the way, is everything good? I'm seeing. Looks like it should be good. Let me know if there's any problems. Let me know if you can at least hear me. Give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. So let's see. I'm gonna just for grin start recording. Yeah. So we're back. Haven't been in a while. I'm gonna be gone for another week. I still might bring some gear just to do something in case something happens. Been really busy lately. Like who isn't? Been working a lot of extra. Going to visit my sons this next week. One in Florida and one in Austin. So Orlando and Austin. There we go. Thank you. All right. Let's see. You're new. I haven't seen you before. Oh no, we are. All right. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate you. So we're gonna go. Let's go real quick. I'm gonna go to the Dodgers site. We're gonna take a quick look at Pep's game today. I gotta be careful. I got not a strike, but I got a copyright on me last time just for showing some stuff, showing some video from the channel from their MLB. It's like, oh my gosh. So let me. There we go. So here we go. Is what we going? Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming out. For sure. So with Pep, it's really good to see. We got 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earning, 1 walk. That's really important because that was one of the things last year. It was 1 walk. He had a lot last year, and that was kind of his weak spot, missing a lot. A lot of inside pitch. He would miss, with his changeup, he'd miss inside, and then he missed a lot with his slider going outside. So he really has dialed it in this year, and that's really good to see. And we saw that in spring training. So him continuing, and then of course 5Ks. So we're good to go. And so I'm kind of doing this on the fly. I'm going to go to Baseball Savant, and because I want to see what may be different from last year. I know it's a super small sample size. And I still want to pull up Pep because I think he was really close to losing his rookie status. I don't remember if it's 40 or 50 innings. So, I mean, he would keep it for this year, but then he'd lose a chance for next year as Doug McCain is already of Dodgers Nation has already predicted he'd be rookie of the year next year. But I think he's going to be sticking around. He may still go back for a bit because they have, off day tomorrow. And I think on Monday before they travel. So they'll probably skip a spot. MLB rookie eligibility. Real quick. 50 innings. So he still got a little bit more. He's got 9.2. So we'll see. But yeah, so Baseball Savant. Ryan Pep. just taking a look here. So for y'all, I've been on Pepiot since spring of 2020. You could ask him, but he interviewed with me, and it was just online. I didn't know how to do all the Zooms, Zoom stuff. We just did a email interview, and I think it's on our site at Dodgers 2080 and at Dodgers Nation. And so always been pulling for him. So I'm probably why I'm going a little bonkers today. So his usage, they don't have all his 2023 yet. They must have what today. Well, poo. Well, I got to have something. Oops. Let's go back to there. No. Dodgers. This is weird. Oh, I'm just seeing things. Yeah, so I'm a big Pepiot guy. Been in on him since then. Just FYI, if you want to see more about Pepiot and a really good interview with him, please go see Doug McCain's deal with him. It was really good. His interview. It was so impressive. His interview with him. So we can at least maybe take a look at what happened today. It looks like not everything's been recorded in StatCast for today. So that's the batter view. I don't really care about that. Let's see, do we have? Okay, here we go. So we can see some pitches here. Hey, shout out to Andrew Friedman and Brandon Gomes for Ryan Yarbrough. Boy, what a dude. Let's see. Michael, would you trade Gonsolin, Paya, Sheehan, and Cartaya for Garrett Cole? Oh, I would. Yeah, I'd trade more. However, I don't think Gonsolin has any value. I don't know if you say it, but that splitter, I think he's going to end up with Tommy John. Not a doctor. # not a doctor. But that splitter, if you don't throw it right, is dangerous. The way he throws his pitches, he's really, to me, in my opinion, he's off balance. Now, I am not the world's greatest pitching coach, but to be honest, I watched my son go through six years of pitching instructions with one of the best pitching coaches in San Diego. His name's Patrick Edwards. He's over at Westview. He has Padre guys coming by to work with him. So he's really good. And I spent 6 years watching my son, learning from Pat. And Pat would teach simplicity. Kids would come in with huge windups, stepping back like it looked like 5 feet. They were really, I'm exaggerating, with big motions and all that. Patrick would tighten them up. He would tighten them up and make sure that they're, heading downhill. He's making sure they're not, crossing over too much either way as they step. I mean, with Gonsolin, he's got, even when he does his stretch, he's got that weird little hitchy thing he does. Just extra movement not needed. And then he seems to fall off, to the left-handed batter's box side. So he's pitching right-handed and throwing that thing, and he's not getting his body downhill. And I think that's put a strain on him and on his arm. So we'll take a quick look here at Pep. All right. We got fastball, slider. Look at that. And getting strikes. Fastball, changeup. Let's see. Gonsolin was a guarantee. Yeah, I know he was, And by the way, good to see both Michael and Hepatitis. See ya later. Gonsolin was guaranteed out. Yeah, I know. And I think we talked about that a bit. He's never been successful, and now he's not healthy. So I wish the best for him. I think it's going to be bad. It's one of those things where, sometimes these things just snap, and some of them, they're just gradual. Again, not a doctor. It's just a real... So it's a strong feeling. And speaking of strong feelings and being right about something, could we go back 2 days when at 6:27 p.m. on August 17th, 2023, almost 45 minutes before game time, Tim Rogers tweeted out Austin Barnes is going yard tonight. And what happened? Come on. Yeah, it wasn't off Corbin Burns, which I was kind of hoping for. And don't forget, Jeff Snyder was right too, and then Nomar got in on it later. We got it, but we were first. I put that out, at that time. I was just sitting at In-N-Out with my wife. I ate 2 double-doubles. I hadn't eaten all day. 2 double-doubles and just sipping on Diet Coke, and I got that weird feeling. It's kind of that same thing. Yeah, I'm throwing out a little brag out here. It was cool. I got one right. What a prognosticator. But that was fun. That was a fun night. But going back to Pep and Gonsolin, I mean, so here, and I think we've talked about this. Now with Pepiot coming on, he is a fresh arm. So he was out. He had all sorts of weirdness, right? He had lat stuff, and again, not a doctor, and just stuff that it's like you don't usually operate on those necessarily. So, but he was out and didn't start throwing until July 15th. So he's a fresh arm. They're gonna need that. I'm hoping they will do some Bobby Miller resting, just limit his innings. I know they're already doing it. I would keep doing that. That's just it's an opinion. I think I would go 6-man rotation right now for at least the next 3 to 4 weeks. And then fix it near the end. And I would make sure so it would be Urias, Kirsch, Lance Lynn, who am I missing? My brain just died. I mean, obviously Pepiot and Ryan Yarbrough. Help me out, chat. I'm missing somebody. Dang. So hey, lineup for tonight: Mookie Betts and right, Freddie at first, Will at catcher, JD DHing. Okay, that's good. Rosario second base, Taylor left, James Outman. Another, as you all know, I'm the first guy to interview him. Center field, Kike at third, interesting, and then Miggy Rojas at short with Julio pitching. They're going against a lefty. Oh, Bobby Miller, duh. So that's my 6. So yeah, Urias, Kershaw, Lynn, Miller, Yarbrough, and Pep. That's what I would do. And then, so Michael, you put up Sheehan and Stone, and those guys are we already know that they're getting better and they're doing well. Stone's been a lot better. Sheehan, his last outing with the Dodgers was good. So, now it's August 19th, my sister's birthday. Happy birthday to my sister. And then we got 6 weeks. 6 weeks till the end of this thing. So right now, at the moment, let's take a look at the standings. Says, oops, that's music. I don't want to do that. I'll get another strike. I don't need that. I didn't get a strike, but I got it kind of that warning of hey. So Dodgers are, that's wild card. I don't care about wild card at the moment. Dodgers are 11 up at the moment. Get that W tonight against the lefty. And so let's see. Will Sheehan and Knack get a chance? Oh my gosh, yeah, I know. Knack deserves it. He's been good, right? Knack is already pretty old for a AAA guy. Yes, he is. He's ready. Been ready. Sheehan has already been up 2 potential innings eaters. Exactly. Do that. I'm just babying Kirsch, and I'm babying Julio enough, and then just make sure those last couple starts of the season that they're into it and ready to go. And things are going to start. Hopefully the bullpen. Again, speaking with Doug. Sorry, Doug's a good source of mine. I mean, he gets a chance to go to a lot of games, gets a lot of contacts, so he's a good source for me. He was talking about he heard that nothing. This is all public stuff that, Trinan, they think he's got a shot. Now, who knows, right? And then we've got Shelby Miller coming back soon. And then we have Walker, and Bueller. So who knows how that's all going to work out? But you can see so let's just take Ryan Yarbrough as an example. Yarbrough, not Yarborough. I got to keep I always want to add the extra syllable or extra O in there. Yarbrough, ER. So with him, you see him come in and do these 3-inning stints. And so his last one, going back over here, I want to let's look at Ryan Yarbrough, MLB. We'll just go to the MLB stats. Look at his game logs. I think they're a little interesting now with him with the Dodgers. Come on, I mean, straight up. I mean, what an acquisition. Again, shout out to the Dodgers management. Okay. So you can see, like the 15th, I was 4 days ago. So, and he probably could have gone more, right? Pitch count today, 22 pitches in what he did. Well, that was 2 innings, right? And then the game before, 42. So he comes in and throws these pitches, and he's just adding more versatility to the team. And maybe he can do that every 4 games or maybe even 3 games. It depends. He's not out there throwing a million miles an hour, but he brings a different look. I mean, that one pitch he froze that lefty hitter. I don't know if you guys saw it. Breaking ball, it was nasty. But yeah, Knack is old for a AAA guy. And he last year was such a loss for him. Yeah, it looks like the Dodgers will have the division locked up. True. We all in a bit of fight back for the division for playoff prep. I know. I still hope the Giants somehow can put up a little bit of a fight, give them a little bit of a share, a little scare. I don't think it's happening. I think this is a good team, and it's going to be on them to stay fired up. I believe in this team more than I do the team last year. That's with that's hindsight. Straight up hindsight. I am Captain Hindsight with that one. But knowing what we know now, how that team was not fired up in the dugout, they're flat. This team isn't a flat team. They will have moments. Now, offense has been flat. Corbin Burns, Sandy Alcantara, and this Perez kid. I mean, come on. They were good. And the offense got a little flat. And that's going to happen. That's going to be the playoffs. But let's look at it. These are playoff quality matchups. The Dodgers have won 2 out of 3. That's what we want to see. Quality pitching. You're just going to have to scratch. You have to work, get the counts up. You get the pitch counts up. They actually hit Alcantara pretty decent yesterday. It wasn't the greatest, but it was still something. They were putting some things together. They just didn't really put anything over the plate other than on home runs. Yeah, Dodgers do win the series versus Giants. Yeah, I mean, it would be great if they go, hey, they haven't been eliminated till those. I think it's like 7 of the last 11 they play the Giants. It'd be nice to eliminate them in San Francisco. Last year was like 6 games versus the Rockies. Yeah, it was. It was 6 freaking games at Dodger Stadium against the Rockies. That was gross. Oh man, I just got a nice little reply from Ryan Pepiot, so kind of happy about that. Back to Pep. Quality human. Again, watch that interview with him and Doug. Someday I should interview Pepiot on video. I'll talk to him sometime. I'm just, when I see Doug do interviews, I got to be honest. And to me, it's a sin to compare like that. But he's so good, it makes me want to never interview people again because Doug nails it. So go watch that. I know a lot of people think Dodgers Nation isn't serious. They are. They have a lot of fun, which I like. I've been a part of Dodgers Nation I was part of them for 4 years, but I know these guys really well. They're dead serious about the game. They just bring a little bit of extra to it. And the extra, I like the extra. I like everything. I look for news that's funny. Um, I like that type. When I try to get the news, even when I get spiritual stuff, I like it. I like Christianity stuff. I like it with some with some humor. Politics, I like with humor. I enjoy that. I wish that because I'm a computer science dude, I wish that there was some humor in that. Maybe I can get that grift going. I don't know if anyone. Hey, just my new thing I'm looking at is AI. See what that's like. Let's see. Pepiot will probably be better than what Giolito is doing for the Angels. Yeah, Dodgers acquired him for nothing. Exactly. Now, I think any of us would say. No, let's just say that the Dodgers got Giolito and the Angels got Lance Lynn. I think we're seeing a better Giolito than a Lance Lynn. That's just my opinion. The Angels aren't good at those types of things. Look at Tyler Anderson. It's falling apart. ERA over 5. Dodgers could probably get him for a song as long as they pay the money, but they won't do that. I mean, so again, I'm gonna more shout outs to Dodgers management. Lance Lynn has an $18 million option. You might as well just do that one now. And it's the team option. They're gonna do that. I mean, heck, that dude's pitching quality baseball. He's gonna have his moments. I'm sure we're gonna get a dumper soon from him, but that's okay. That just is what it is. So let's over here. We haven't done this in a while, I know. So let's go through some transactions real quick because there were some interesting ones. That okay. So here's some good news. Hopefully he's recovered. Dalton Rushing activated from the 7-day injured list. Same with Adolfo Ramirez. Very good. We saw. I don't know if you saw it. Brian Hudson did get called up. So Pep was the 27th guy. He's going to go back down. And they'll bring him up when they need him. Someone will get, quote, injured if it's within 10 days that they need him. So Hudson's back. That's good. Let's see. And that was with Gonsolin going on the IL. Let's see. Andres, okay. Hunter Fiducia activated. Good. This was interesting at that. Tanner Dodson, who was just a Mr. Wild thing last year, went out and has had a real nice year. Let's see what I haven't, So let's see. His strikeouts are down, and it's kind of interesting. Walks 29. They're still up, but let's look compared to last year. 36 innings, 38 walks. This year, 48 innings, 29 walks. That's an improvement. Good for him. And he's a guy that got to see what they can do. Simon Marie got put on the development list, Mr. Doubles. Jordan Thompson, one of the draft picks, is reactivated. My man, Vladimir Chalo, is activated. What a guy. Love that guy. ACL Daughters released, Luis Joseph. Okay, and this was a big one. Trinidad and I were texting about this one. Logan Wagner got activated for ACL, so that's good to see. Logan Wagner was, big draft pick last year. They were able to sign him. They weren't expecting it, so he's finally gotten started, and he's 1 for 10. All right. Logan is a big kid, big strong kid, 6'1", 200. He is solid, and he is a third baseman. Switchy too. Let's see, Moises Brito. He was the guy. He came along with Frasso. Peyton Martin. I don't know if he's hurt. He is not. Last time I was at Rancho, he was not there. So I think he's in Arizona. I'm going to guess. There's a guess because I don't know, and if I knew, I could not tell you the gore. If I knew gore details, I wouldn't break that if it was confidential. But I'm just speculating. Haven't heard a darn thing. I will tell you that, and that's just honest truth. I think they're resting him. That's all. He's 19 or just turned 19, I think. They're being careful. He would be a freshman in college this year. He's been pretty freaking good. So Brito. There are some. I'm going to go a little further here. So Alonso's back, or at least trying to come back. Juan Alonso, We see that Shelby Miller is getting back. Same with Tyler Surr. We saw Gus Varland. He's done well. I know he gave up a hit or a run yesterday, but flipping, what's his name, should have caught that ball. Taylor kind of got twisted out there. Pilarski, yes, our guy. I'm going to go down a little bit further because this was just brought up yesterday. Well, we of course got Hyun Suk Chung. So I know a guy with this name, Chung, Jang. It's Chung. Not Jang, not Gang. Then we got Puerta going to the Great Lakes, which is great. Congratulations to him. Another friend of the show, Colton Wong. Colton Wong. Another flying Hawaiian. He is with the Dodgers now. And I think that's really cool. He just getting started there. He could be a factor. This dude was just good. And we're not talking like 5 years ago. We're talking like, let's go MLB. This guy's legit. I don't know if he hits lefties that well, but okay, let's just go to 2022. All right, 15 dongs as second baseman. 769 OPS. That's not bad for a bench guy in the year before. Let's go. Let's get that guy. I mean, they just got him in a trade, so why not? Yeah, Brito has looked good. Yeah, they need to push him a bit. Let's talk for a second. We saw the Angels promoted their number one pick from 2023. We see the Padres have pushed their 17-year-old catcher. They almost pushed him to Double-A. That's Salas, right? Ethan Salas. And then we have Jackson Merrill. They're talking about bringing him up in September. I like that. Yeah, so on Chung, the fish, yeah. You know, 45 with, 360 pitches. It's kind of weird, right? It doesn't make sense. You are correct. Yeah. Another guy's gonna block Bush. I know. Yeah. I know. I think dang, I know. And I don't know how much better Michael Bush has gotten at third. That has to happen. Yeah. I don't know who's going to be the September call-up. It's probably going to be Colton Wong. It's going to be one pitcher, one position player. So who do y'all think it should be? Position players got Bush, Miggy Vargas, I guess Colton Wong, Hunter Viducia. Pitchers, of course, Sheehan, Stone, Mark Washington, a few others. John Rooney. I'd love to see John Rooney go up, man. Really like that guy, And I will admit I let things get personal, and that's okay. That's one of the things that we're different here on this thing. I'm not going to go rip into Ryan Pepiot or James Outman or any of these guys in the system. That's for other channels to do. They can go ahead and do that. You notice I don't rank them. I'm not going to. I just won't do that. I have some things in my head, and I know I've shared some who I think the Dodgers untouchables are, and we'll do that. Let's do that again. And just to go over that, I think it's Josue DePaula. I think it's Yoendris Vargas. And I think it's Maddox Bruns. I think those are the organizational untouchables. So Chung. Back to Chung. Yes. So he's 19, right? And he's come from Korea. And they said he was anywhere from a second to a fourth round pick. Which is cool. That's really good. What we got here. Let's see. Yeah, we're here in San Diego, trying to get it. We're going to fly out tomorrow. And this, I think, all right, ready for the conspiracy theory? This Hurricane Hillary, I think it's a big psyop. I think it's more than 50% it's a psyop. Sorry, folks. I think that it's just to, see what we're going to do after what happened in Hawaii. That's me. I like conspiracies. I think they're fun. I don't believe in all of them for sure, but some of them have come true. I mean, it looks like JFK was taken out by the CIA. I know I was late to that, but yeah. So I got a flight tomorrow. We got 10:50 a.m. I just don't want the panic of this thing to impact the flights, because that's what's happening right now. We were going to go to Costco to fill up my car, because it's a car we're going to take to the airport. And it's got, it'll make it and back maybe. And the line at Costco for gas, oh my gosh. People freaking out. Don't panic. You in LA and everything, don't panic. Just hang out. You can watch other people panic. You'll see that. But what can you do? I mean, hang out, watch it. I think it's going to still rain, but I don't think it's going to be some storm like they said. It's never happened in Southern California. Well, it did in 1939. We had these things in 1939. So nothing new. Everyone just hang out and, I would just avoid people. We saw what happened, the toilet paper crisis of 2020. Everyone freaking out. Yeah. Also, same time, be prepared. I do have, quite a few days of water, and before and after the pandemic of whatever, there's never been an issue with having toilet paper in my house. Always prepared. All right, back to baseball. They are totally overreacting. Yeah. Yeah, I know, but it is what it is. There's always going to be that, and I'm just trying to learn not to. I don't like panic. Panicking I don't think it helps. I think having some prep is good, but don't wait till the last minute. So make sure you got enough stuff at home already. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine. I think we're going to get rained on pretty good. And since we're so bad at capturing water in California, we're going to waste so much of it. It's going to come through. That's the one thing that really frustrates me. We had so much rain this year. We didn't capture a lot of it. We need to capture that. We got to get better at that stuff. But hey, I'll be taking a look at Florida and Texas this week because we'll be there. So it'll be interesting to see how those states are going. Last time I was there, both of them were pretty good. Baseball. So we do get another game tonight. So it's kind of cool. Do this quick little show because I haven't done it in a while. I think it was like August 4th. And I do miss it. I enjoy it, but I also want to make sure that I've got something to say and that something to chat about. I do enjoy it. Most importantly, I do enjoy the chat. See the feedback that comes in there. So who do you got for your 2 September call-ups? That's coming up today's 19th. That's in 12. So September 1st is 13 days away. So who you got? I'm going to say it's going to be, I hedge with Wong, but I'm going to say it will be Michael Bush. And I think we're going to see Emmett Sheehan. Those are my picks. But yeah, rushing guys through. I kind of like it. I think it's kind of ballsy for teams to do that. It does start their clock. And I think it depends on the player. But I think that I'm hoping the Dodgers do that with DePaula. Or anyone else that needs to go quickly. I think sometimes they hold these guys back, and I think that's a problem. I'm just checking out the scoreboard really quick. I love to see what's going on. Boy, D-backs and Padres are having a good one. 6-4, top 9, and the D-backs are threatening with more. Let's see. Let's hope so. Yeah, I'm so living in San Diego County. I'm a true sadist for watching the Padres possibly not make the playoffs. I just want to see what happens. And it's not for the fans. I got Padre friends and, that are really good fans. And they're really good fans. They're not oh my gosh, who's Tony Gwynn? They're good. They're good fans. They've been there, done that. But to see what happens from front office perspective and manager perspective, I mean, to be honest, I think Bob Melvin's one of the best managers in baseball. I did make a prediction, though, that the Padres will soon fire Bob Melvin, replace him with some younger guy, some hot name that all the players love, to try to rally him, because it's a very, very emotional team. We've talked about that. They're very emotional, and I think they're funny too. They're just by the way, working on this staff page, trying to get feedback from my peeps, to get our staff. We have a really good staff. We have the last time I did, I think it was with Alex. So we did that Zoom call, and then I got Trinidad, Loaiza, Gail, Federico. I always want to say Federico. It's Federico, and then the great Stephen Douglas, who is dude's a pro. He does a lot of the short interviews, and he's really good at that too. I watch him and I go, trying to establish my own style and make it interesting and make the interviews worthwhile. If you ever have any comments about the interviews that we do, please let me know. We got the ones in Spanish, and then we also have the ones that I've done in English, and then the ones that Steve has. Steve's are usually like 2 to 3 minutes long, and then mine are longer. I try to draw it out, try to get things out of people, and just try to let it go and have a good time. And then the Spanish ones, I think I just don't understand them, but I think they've gone really well. I got smiling people being interviewed, having a good time, so that's really cool. So if you could take a look at those sometime, appreciate it. And I do. I'm actually getting almost at 900 subscribers on YouTube, it amazes me. It amazes me that people look at stuff. So if you could spread the word, appreciate it. The more videos you watch, the better things go. Like I told you all, I'm trying to earn $2, literally $2 from YouTube. One for me, one for Gary Lee of Dodgers Nation, who helped me get started with this. So any thoughts as we go to game 2 with Julio Urias, who's looked much better lately? He looks like, as Doug calls him, the Urias. The ace of the Dodgers is Walker Buehler, just saying. And we need him, but I don't think it would be nice to have him just to say, hey, he can go and throw 2 or 3 innings. But he was at 94. That was where I think that was his top when he did that, live hitters. So we'll see. It would be really cool if Walker Buehler did a rehab start at Rancho. Yeah. Get Walker out there. Last year we had Kirsch. This year we had Julio. And it would be great to get Buehler. I caught Buehler there in 2018 on a rehab. Well, wouldn't that be cool? You think it's going to be, they'll probably give Vargas a last look. Yeah, that too. I think with Vargas, there's, I think, for him, it's some reality that, there's things to work on, and he'll do it. I think he will. I think he takes a lot of, I think he's blessed, first of all. I think he's really blessed with skills, for hitting. And I think we're going to see those. And so I think what he does need to work on is some velocity, being able to hit the higher velocities. I think that he's got to be able to do that. And that, because I saw some struggles with that. And that's, Doug's the one noticed that first. But he let me, when we talked about that. And it's like, I think he's right. So we got to see some higher, be able to hit the higher velocity. I think he will. He's a smart guy, and he's blessed. And so sometimes when you're blessed, you don't know what you got to work on. So now he's got some things to work on in the offseason. Is Burns' potential like a Blake Snell type, kind of wild, but Oh, Bruns. I saw Burns. Bruns. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Very much so. Is Bruns. So that's Maddox Bruns, who I have in the Dodgers top 3 from what I think the organization thinks, not what I think, what they think. I'm trying to guess what they think because they're the smart ones. Is Maddox Bruns potential like a Blake Snell type? Kind of wild, but nasty pitches. I think it's really similar. I think, though, that one thing we'll see from Maddox, he will sleep more. He will not be playing video games all night. He's a little more quiet. He doesn't, I'm just going to say it, he doesn't think he's black like Blake does. Just come on, folks. And he is the South Park guy. I just have to pull it up. Blake Snell. Let's see. Images. Where is it? There's my favorite thing. And, oh, come on. There he is. You got to tell me that's not Blake Snell. That was a character that was in South Park a few years ago. And if you watch the episode, it's freaking hilarious. And it's like, that's Blake Snell because he's trying to talk like he's black. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? These white guys that, they're just funny. And they're more than likely to let out the N-word because they think they are. It's Blake. There's nothing wrong with the guy. He just needs some sleep. Look at those eyes. Yeah, exactly, right? It's funny. How many guys get dealt in the offseason? Okay, offseason. I don't like talking about it too much, but it's so intriguing. It's just too easy to talk about because, we got Shohei. We got to talk. That's the big one sitting out there. Now, let's go around the horn real quick with the Dodgers. Smith and the great Austin Barnes. Yeah, I said it. Oh, look at this. See, here he is, man. Oh, that's Blake. Oh, that's when he's on the thing. I thought he was on video games, man. He's a video game addict. But there's nothing wrong with the guy. He does run up his pitch count like crazy. You guys don't need to see my email. I don't want to see it. Burns. But I'm going to go to Bruns because I think that was a good comparison. Bruns has the stuff. The guy throws high 90s right now. And he's getting better. So Corbin Burns, I mean, some of us are advocating for that, for him and to get, what's the other guy? Adames. That would have been cool. Bruns is, he's going to be a free agent after next season. So it's a 1-year thing. He's a Bakersfield guy. Maybe he would like to play for the Dodgers. I think that's a guy that you trade for if you can. I think you got to be a little careful. But go again. Smith and Barnes are back. Freeman's back. Second base, Vargas will be back. Rosario's a free agent. Kike's a free agent. So there's some play there. Mookie is also a second baseman. He will be back. And probably he might still play second. I think that's really worked out for him. He's really good there. Shortstop, we have Gavin Lux coming back. We have Miguel Rojas coming back. We're in good shape there. Third base is Muncy. The defense is getting better, but it's still questionable. But he's got a very friendly contract. I know people go, $10 million, that's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. However, for a player with his production, yes, it's like, oh my gosh, but his numbers are so bad. They're bad, but they're bad in a weird way. Let's pull up Max Muncy, that funky Muncy, as we're talking about. From going around the outfield, Peralta's a free agent, Outman's back, Mookie's back, Hayward's a free agent, Taylor's back. So there is room. I wouldn't mind re-signing some of those guys back. Let's see, for 2020, the weirdest numbers you could ever have. OPS 798. It was over 800 for most of the season. 193. Oh, Lordy helpies. So I have bifocals on right now. But look, 29 dongs, 77 RBIs. That's production. Darn good player in a lot of ways. Then you go, what? He's one of the weird guys. He's Adam Dunn in his own way. A lot of strikeouts, 115. Still walks a lot. You know, the on-base percentage, considering with a 193 batting average, he's gaining almost 140 points. Okay. Trade for Burns in an attempt to win a World Series with Shohei, Burns, Kirsch, Bobby Buehler. Yeah, to let him walk because pitchers getting big deals is so risky. I put in the so because it is so risky. It's insane. Oh boy, looks like the Padres got 2 on and no outs. The Seawald guy that the Diamondbacks acquired from the Mariners looks bound and determined to give one up here. I want, like I said, I like to see the pain. Once he shows up for October, yes, he does. He does, and he's, I think he's healthier. He's not perfect, but boy, when he connects, it is beautiful. I think he's still got the same amount of singles as home runs. I think it's hilarious. Again, a weird player. $10 million. I think he loves being a Dodger. I think you keep him. I think it's the Dodgers' option. I think they keep him. Yeah, I think there's a weird window that the Dodgers have. I do believe in their future, but if you go, well, Freddie's 33. He's gonna be 34 next year. Mookie will be 31. So they're getting older. Kirsch, every year, we're at risk of losing him. Hope he comes back. The pitchers getting big deals is very risky. You miss Lynn in there too. I think they're going to keep Lynn at $18 million. I think that's a bargain. It hedges the bets a little bit on that. No pun intended for Mookie. Let's see. Yeah. So off season, it's going to be insane. And like we all like to say, we're here for it. But let's get this one. I think this team does have a chance. Braves are good. Astros they're always a threat, even though they might have to go the wild card route. Well, anyone in this thing's a threat. So for some reason I have a lot of Phillies on my fantasy team. A lot of the pitchers, they're good. They're doing a good job of finding pitching. It's weird, but they are finding pitching, and yeah. Still have Dustin May coming back at the deadline. Yeah, I'm not confident at all about Dustin May. I think as a reliever maybe. Oh my gosh! So we have. Let's see, with the Padres game, 2 outs, bases are loaded, and Juan Soto's up. Oh Lord. Interesting. Mound visit, yeah. They need Adam Kolarek is what they need. You think he's on the Mets now? Tony Gonsolin. I think Tony's done for a while. I think he's in trouble with that arm. But it would be nice though, and I would like to see both May and Gonsolin. I think are relievers, and it's because of the way they throw. And they're not built to be starters, or with a combination of their builds and the way they throw. I just don't think they're starters for the long term. They'll still try it, I'm sure, because it's more valuable. That's for sure. Yeah, this Padre game's crazy. It's weird we're rooting for the Diamondbacks, but what can you do? All right, I gotta kill a couple things. Some of these web pages are terrible, man. They just hog everything. So who knows? I might be freezing on you. Let's see here. There we go. Goodness. Yeah, everything got slow. Jeez. Yeah, they like to throw a million ads on these pages, and they got all these things running, and it makes the experience kind of suck. So at least for now, I don't plan on running any ads. At least on the web pages. I know that someday the YouTube might, or Instagram, but they're not going to impact the performance of the page, which is what I'm seeing now. Oh, let's talk. Dang. One guy I really want to talk about here, Jake Geloff. He was their second round pick, or their second draft pick. Yeah. And he looks good. We saw him, Ryan Fala wrote an article, took those pictures. And I've got some still. I got to, bring them out. I have a backlog of pictures or pictures to throw out there. Jake's a third baseman. Please read the article. But what I saw of him up close, I only saw one game. So this is, the good old, what did I say? Small sample size. He was impressive. The bat, it comes off the bat hard. Oh, and our Padres lost. That's too bad. Sorry. Oh, did he almost hit a grand slam? Yeah, I'm just watching on my little thing. Let's see how I'm trying to see the velocity of that one. Soto's a free agent after next year. I think he's going to get paid. I don't know if the Dodgers will pay. I know they wanted him, and who wouldn't? But for what? I think the Dodgers would have loved to have had him for 2.5 years. Come on, folks. Let's see. I just want to see the velocity that. Oh, man, he hit it 365, launch angle at 29. 97 miles an hour. Yeah. So Geloff, he's for real. Looking at him third base, he's a natural third baseman. Definitely a better defensive baseman right now than Max Muncy. Comes from good stock. I mean, his brother is, with the A's and is doing really well. And then it's funny. I actually have Matt McClain and Zach Geloff. And so we have Sean McClain and Jake Geloff at Rancho. And I told them both, those guys, hey, I got your brothers. And they've been good on my teams too. But it's cool to, to see these kids. They're, he's been hurt all year, off and on. It's a real bummer. He had such a promising spring training. Geloff comes in. He's good. He might get, I think he does a Dalton this year or next year, or no, this year, and probably makes the Loons for the postseason. Even though Rancho, hopefully he sticks with Rancho because Rancho's already in. I want to take a quick look at his numbers. Let's see, RC Quakes. And then the team, the roster. This is a good team, folks. This Rancho team, I love it. A lot of good kids, a lot of quiet guys, but they're good. They're a bunch. They're good. Here's Geloff. I met him, and really good kid, really nice. So it's only at 218, one home run. There's a lot there though. Like I said, he's a power hitter, and he's looks like an excellent third baseman. That'd be nice, right? A couple years, right? Let's push him through. Austin Riley 2.0. Yes. Maybe. But yeah, that's a really good comp. But I think a better third baseman. Even though Riley's turned him, he is a good one. I mean, I'm probably overdoing it there. Not like me, but yeah. Geloff might be better. Yeah, in the future as a third baseman. So he's 21 years old. Glad we got him. Second overall pick, 60. He's a steal, absolute steal. So really glad that they picked him. all the guys are doing. We got these all these. Actually, let's take a look at some of these guys really quick. Let's go Dylan Campbell. Oh, that dude was really nice. Barnes is the team captain. Kershaw, personal cap. Yeah, Barnes, team captain. Yep, future coach. I got him as a manager. Best sequencer on the staff. Yeah, and you know what? The guy has been hitting the ball better. Even before the home run, he's been hitting better. So there's Dylan Campbell, just super nice. Let's check out Josue real quick, see how he's doing. He was creeping up there a little higher, but he's still the only one home run. We got to get that going. I think that'll happen next year. He's getting bigger. Wilman Diaz has been really good. So exciting to see. He's down a little bit too. Home runs are there though. He is striking out a lot though. Oh my gosh. Where's another one of those guys? Shout out to Jesus Galiz. 2 3-run homers last night. 8 RBIs. Real quick. Tehran Lorenzo, 20 dongs. Stud. Another guy. I was first on this kid. I saw him in spring training. I started talking about him. I don't like to brag, but I see, people going, oh, this guy, this. Hey, I was there first. Let's go. Got to get a little clout. Okay, Sam Mongeli. All right, he got hit in the wrist. Hope he's all right. Plays shortstop, plays outfield. Again, another good guy. Little struggle bus. They're adjusting. Nick Reynoso. Jordan Thompson. And let's see where he's at. How the Dodgers, you talk about Lorenzo. Yeah, now he is better from the left side. That's where a lot of his stuff comes from. Jordan struggled a little bit. Shortstop. Oh, San Diego. But he went to Louisiana State. Yeah, I think Lorenzo's really well regarded. Just turned 20. Joe Vitrano. Okay. It was rumored Brun's going to be Chubb's replacement. Someday maybe, but I think someday I think he's a Dodgers manager. But I want to see the next manager of the Dodgers. It's going to be a long time, straight up. I'm going to say 10 years before Doc decides to move on. Doc ain't getting fired. Mark it. Quote me. He's not getting fired. Something really really bad would have to happen. I think his character is beyond that. So that won't happen. I want to see someone go through the system, learn the players, actually earn it, not just be given it. Some of these guys just, Boone with the Yankees never did anything. Also, he was a good commentator and he's a really good person. Okay, great. So Vitrano, this dude is a house. I mean, it's next to him. He's a house. He comes walking towards you. He's a house. He's built special. He's a big dude. Just wide but not fat. Really well built. Pause. Really well built. Pause. Amazing. He's built like an athlete. He's built like a football player. But he's a left-handed hitting, left-handed throwing first baseman. So there's your Freddie replacement after 4 more years. Perfect timing. It'll be perfect timing. He'll come in. He's going to make the major leagues probably in 3 years from now. Start getting his feet wet. Do some DHing. Play a little bit of first while Freddie DHs. All that type of stuff. Well, we'll also have Ohtani DHing. There's something. another. How do we get this guy? So he's friends with Emma Sheehan. They went to school together. Yeah, it's cool. So a lot of exciting players. It's always exciting that these guys come up, and I know it's a bummer for some of the existing players because they lose some playing time. They just got to keep fighting. Competition's good. Guys got to get their reps, and I think, I'm going to be straight up honest. Brian Pepiot spent almost the whole offseason at the Arizona complex. He didn't go home in Indiana much. He was at the complex. How many other players are at the complex? How many of these guys that are on the Quakes roster are going to spend the offseason at the complex in Arizona? Or maybe the complex in Dominican? Got to be around the coaches. This straight up, look at what has happened with these guys the Dodgers just traded for. Look at the semi-automatic improvement from these guys. The coaching staff's phenomenal. And it's not, I'm not saying Doc's doing a great job this year. I always have my complaints. No matter who's the manager. Tommy Lasorda had plenty of complaints. It's just as much as I tweeted about Doc and his decisions. If Twitter was back then, I would have pounded Tommy probably even more. I mean, dude, freaking wrecked Oral Hershiser and Fernando Valenzuela's arms. Pepiot should be replaced. Yeah. And he, with Pep, he's the 27th man, and I think he'll get the start next time they need 5 starters. I'm not a fan of openers much, especially when you're just going to bring in a starter. And I don't know, I would have liked, but Pepiot did really well. He did 5 innings today. And it's all good, right? It's all good with Pep. It's good to see. And he well-deserved. Still a fan, despite this reporting stuff. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of both him and Outman. These guys go through a lot, and it's mental. There's so much mental stuff that they go through to keep building. It's build. They build themselves. They get better and better. James Outman has a self-described caveman swing, and sometimes it comes out. You see it. But look at him. He's having a really nice year. I think his WAR is over 2. I'll take it. I think he's going to get better too. I don't think what Hershiser was saying that he's going to be competing for any batting titles. That was, I heard that, and I kind of yelled at the TV. Not really yelled, but my wife's like, huh? He's not going to be a batting title guy, but he's going to hit some home runs. Don't put 30 home runs past him in a couple years. Don't put a Gold Glove out of his reach. Don't put 100 RBIs out of his reach, and don't put 20 stolen bases. The guy's fast. He is one of the best athletes on the team. You have between him and Mookie and still Jason Hayward. Jason Hayward is phenomenal in terms of his athletic ability. He's just getting older. Those guys, especially, but you go Mookie and Outman, those are 2 of the best athletes you're going to see. Someone's going to regret giving Bellinger an 8-year deal. Oh, they are. They're going to go, oh my gosh, he's fixed. Cody's a weird dude. He's a good player. I like his athletic ability. But if he had what Outman has in terms of intelligence, I don't understand. Imagine how good Outman would be if he was positioned on an island on the lineup card. What? I don't get it, man. Grizz Monster, help me out. Help me out. I tell you, though, Outman, again, just super proud of him. to see these guys grow from the beginning. This has been great. And, yeah, if Bellinger, wasn't. Because imagine how good Outman wasn't if he was busy. Yeah. But yeah, imagine Cody Bellinger with the intelligence and the desire of James Outman. No hitter for who? So Bellinger has been blessed. His daddy was a Major League Baseball player. He was born with phenomenal ability. What a great build he has for baseball. Pause. He has that. He's blessed, truly blessed with skill. The quickness of that swing, and he's got the eyes, and it's just he has all that. Outman doesn't have that. He has a lot of athletic ability, but he doesn't have the baseball stuff. Remember, James Outman is a football player. Oh yeah, if he hit in the heart of the lineup, he'd see better pitchers. Yeah, I was kind of wondering that because he's been batting like 7th and 8th, hasn't he? Pitches, not punches. Yeah. Not punches. Punches. There you go. I'm with you. It takes me so long to get out a tweet because of my typing. I have to keep going backwards, and that's one of the reasons to be honest, that I did the paying Elon $7 a month. I need that edit button, because I tweet enough out there, right? And so I need that. But James he's worked hard. He's got linebacker instincts. He's a tight end and a linebacker in high school. So he wasn't a baseball only guy, but he's catching up, and I think we're gonna have a nice career for James Outman, and maybe an all-star game someday, maybe who knows, maybe some Gold Gloves. I don't think a batting title's in the mix, Oral Hershiser, but I do think that some home runs. That's interesting too. He hit better at 9 because he had Betts after him. Yeah. Then you have Miggy Rojas, who's been doing better, but yeah, it's. I think Doc is babying him a little bit, and maybe that's not so bad. He's trying to figure out where he's at and what he needs to be doing and stuff like that. So. I think he's just working through them. This is going to be big postseason. He's going to be there. He's going to be in that lineup in the postseason. I wouldn't be surprised if even though I don't think he deserves it, I think that there might be a little bit of platooning with him. I think they'll probably throw Taylor in sometimes at center. I wouldn't do it. First of all, because Outman hits left-handers. But also, I just think, yeah. But I think it would be really cool, though, for that lineup to be going into the playoffs stronger than they did last year. Because right in the middle of September, they stopped hitting, and they never recovered. They never got it back. So maybe this year they do. And we see a team that comes in with a more fired up team and batting 1 through 9. Last year, there was so many dead spots in that lineup in the playoffs. It was... That was not a good. At the end of the day, that wasn't a good team that was in the playoffs. Not near as good as the team that was in the regular season, but they weren't healthy. And if they pull that crap again, I'm just gonna be so mad. You don't play guys that are unhealthy when you got healthy players. And they're not. When these guys weren't 100%, Justin Turner and Chris Taylor had no business last year being in the lineup. But hey, let's see. Yeah, he has had Peralta, Taylor in front. Yeah, and again today. And Rojas behind him. Today, I think it was Kike behind him. Behind him, that is at a stand was, yeah, the island you're talking about. I get you now. I get you. Yeah. Maybe he's trying to keep some power down there because Peralta is not a power hitter. Taylor will pull a few when he's in the lineup, and Rojas has hit three dongs in the last couple weeks or 3 weeks or so. But he's really not a power hitter, obviously. Maybe they're just trying to keep some power down there. I don't know, but let's be honest. That walk he took in the 8th, that was nice, man. Got him on base, and Kike came up and got him over to third. And Austin Barnes did his thing. It was just he's had some really good walks ever since he started hitting again. That's obvious. When you go, oh, he's got a better batting eye. Well, if he's got a better batting eye, he's not going to swing at as many crappy pitches. Even though he swung at a few from that Perez kid this morning, boy, that kid was good. In fact, I have Perez on my fantasy team. I did not play him because I thought the Dodgers were going to rip him, and they didn't. And so I lost out on some points, but I think I'll still win this week. So I agree about that. It's kind of weird. Maybe just trying to keep some pressure off. That's all I'm thinking, or maybe trying to keep some power. I don't know. Peralta has been a nice, pleasant surprise. Guy gets the bat on the ball a lot. I like him. Oh, and now see that rainbow he threw in to get that dude out at home? Yeah, outside of Strider and Fried, Braves rotation doesn't seem scary. And Fried, I think with the Dodgers' new guys, getting Kike back and of course getting Rosario, I think it's going to help them a lot. I don't think lefties are a problem anymore. Now watch him get shut out tonight by a lefty, but I'm just going to say it. I don't think the lefties are a problem anymore. I think it's a nice. I think we're much more balanced. I think Doc is using the platoons correctly. Yeah, I think that they're doing a good job with that, and it's good to see. Rosario's kind of been in a little slump lately, the last week or so, but hopefully he's back soon. I like him. I'd like to keep him. You get attached to some of these guys, and all these guys. All these guys they've acquired, I hope they keep them all, but they won't. Get them all. Let's get them all a World Series ring, and send them off to free agency, except Lance Lynn because he's got a contract, and same with Ryan Yarbrough. They will both be factors on the team in 2024 also, so that's good. It's nice to have that. That was what did I give Friedman and the Dodgers? I gave him a C at the trade deadline. Now you know why I'm not in charge of many reasons, but yeah, really good job by the Dodgers front office this offseason or this trade deadline. Just 16-2 in August. Really? Really? That's amazing. So, and even they've won 2 of the last 3 games with a total of not many hits and not many runs. So maybe they're due for one tonight because we're going to have 2 days of no baseball, or at least no Dodger baseball. No baseball in California or Southern California, that's for sure. If the rain is, if it is bad, is what they say, which I just don't buy into. I think they're doing a little overcaution, like they did with COVID. They go overboard because they like to. They're just trying to control us. I know, conspiracy. Just hey. I always have there's a tinfoil hat in here a little bit sometimes, and a lot of red pill. Actually, I'm a white pillar, not a red pillar. I believe that everything is going to work out in the end. That's some Christianity speaking for me. Let's see. Next year's outfield better feature DeLuca, Outman, and Betts. Ooh, really sweet. Oh, and yeah, Bush is playing left field. Thank you. Mookie, everyday second baseman. It could be. I mean, he's good and he likes it out there. Keeping Mookie Betts' challenge seems to be part of it, right? I know that he's not going to win the MVP this year, but I think he's the MVP. Mookie Betts is the MVP of all of baseball, and that includes, in my opinion, Ohtani. And I got to factor in that Mookie is on a championship team. And one of the reasons this team, which did not look good for a while, but Mookie Betts, all of a sudden, starts playing second base. He plays against every right-hander now. Almost every right-hander, Mookie Betts is our starting second baseman. With J.A. or Dave Peralta in right, sorry. And then he was playing shortstop. Now they don't need it as much because they have Kike. But for him to play, Mookie with Lux will be dynamic. That'll be fun. With Rojas teaching him, don't forget that. We got Rojas for another year. I still have hope for Miggy Vargas somewhere in there. We'll see. But the dude is so valuable. And the only game I got this year at Dodger Stadium, Doc brought it up, that Mookie Betts playing as a utility man, basically, being available to do those things has been so valuable and has given him so much flexibility. And now you have a team that has, with Kike back, Chris Taylor, some Rosario, and with Mookie, you can do a lot with that lineup. You can do a lot. You can do a lot of movements. Don't be surprised to see Mookie playing a lot of second base in the playoffs. Why not? Why not? Put the best team out there every day. Don't go with just the dudes. No one earned anything. If they're not ready to play baseball, come playoffs, I don't want them in the lineup. I want to see the best guys out there that give us the best chance to win every game. They didn't do that last year. Yep. All right. See you later. Yep. Oh, hey. Jay Hay. Let's see. Outfield, Bush, Outman, DeLuca in the outfield. That would be nice. With Mookie at second. Should be next. Oh, I wonder about Vargas. They didn't play him at all. Yeah, they didn't play him at all at third this year. And last year when he was with the show, he didn't play at third at all. I just don't think they like him there. We'll see. All right, I need to go. I'm going to go make a run to Del Taco to get my wife's helmet because I missed the text on the way home. We have a game. We're going to watch a game in a little more than 2 hours. I'm going to pack for my trip. We're going to be gone. Might see you guys still out there. We'll see. I will be on the East Coast and then Texas. So 3 nights on the East Coast, 3 nights in Texas. And I got to make sure that see who's playing in Round Rock. See if our guys are there. So I'm going to head out. I appreciate y'all. The chat, again, start of the show. I appreciate y'all. And spread the word, please. I think it's fun. And I had fun, that's for sure. And we will see you later. Or as hepatitis, see you later. Or see ya later. And so adios. And, and if things are bad out there tomorrow or tonight, stay safe. Be smart. Don't panic. And God bless everyone. See ya.